Well, it's been a bit of time.
It has, but we're back together. Look at this coffee break.
We were texting, of course, and connecting on our vacations, but we do
Right.
have a lot to really get into. I went to Paris
I know.
and Provence, and you went to Hawaii.
2 weeks in Hawaii, and I'm back. I went from 80 and sunny on the beach to snow in Boston when I landed, like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That's a long time in Hawaii.
It is. It was. You're right. Too much of a good thing, but it was fine. 2 weeks in Maui. I
You
was on
enjoyed
one
it.
island too, just
Right.
Maui. So it was good.
Beautiful.
Beautiful weather, and you had a great time too.
Paris lives up to everything you
Yeah.
think it's going to be.
Oh,
It's just, it's one of the most beautiful cities in the world, if not the most, I think. Everything from just architecture, but even the uplighting at night. But I will tell you, Jean, I never knew. We did some touristy things and some non-touristy things, and I
Yeah.
never knew I had a fear of heights until we shot up to the top of the Eiffel Tower. That was a lot.
in the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Crowded.
No, this is the time of year to go. We averaged about 7 miles a day of just walking through all the flea markets, and we did some of the museums like Musée d'Orsay and others. But no, this time of year was like 50 degrees, not Hawaii, but 50 degrees and comfortable to really just see the city and no lines anywhere.
My favorite city of all the European cities I've been to. That's my favorite.
Well, we're trying to go back this summer for maybe 2 weeks. So I've never taken 2 weeks off as a chunk from Channel 10 since I came back. So you've inspired me. So maybe I'll just go for it. 2 weeks is like, then you're away.
It'll be here when you come back.
Probably. Although I don't know the way politics are going right now.
Well, the way TV is going, I don't know. Well, the way TV is going, can't guarantee that, but
that's true.
You're fine.
So. I know. What is today? It is Wednesday, January 7th. And the big story today is the news that broke out of Brown University about the confession, I guess you could call it, the video confession. I did not have a chance yet to read the entire transcript, but it's non-apologetic. It's thought out. It's calculated. What did you make of it?
Well, I did read through it. I was surprised yesterday when I came in that the story was out. He recorded videos just before he killed himself. And it doesn't go to specific motivation, but it certainly shows how angry he was at perceived grievances at Brown University going back 20 years, and that the professor that he killed, and just an angry, angry person. He said he didn't shout Allahu Akbar. He doesn't know where that came from. So that appears to put that internet buzz to rest. And he's not remorseful. He doesn't hate America. It was nothing like that. But just a mocking sort of evil, mocking kind of a person who doesn't know why people didn't run away. There were exits there, and he's self-satisfied.
He knew that building and the buildings around there were vulnerable. He cased that university and for months. Are you surprised that the president of Brown is still there?
Well, not in the short term. I mean, these things take time to settle and reveal themselves. I don't know that she survives this. I don't think she does.
I don't think she can either.
But she has defenders up there. You know, I got into this with Wendy Schiller yesterday on my radio show. Wendy comes on from Brown University once a week. We talk politics. Sometimes we argue politics.
Defends her?
She defends her. She thinks she's been a good
despite
president.
2 votes of no confidence
in the police chief on her watch, and the homeless guy in the basement, and the whole narrative that's played out. Well, listen, I guess they're looking at other things. She was instrumental in putting Brown together with Lifespan, the whole Brown Health.
But there was a mass shooting on campus, and there weren't enough cameras, and buildings were open, and there was a vote of no confidence twice on the police chief. I can't wrap my head around that.
It's going to be a heavy lift for her to stay, and I think her future is in the hands of Brian Moynihan, who is the chancellor at Brown. Essentially, he's the chairman of the board. And her future is in his hands and the other fellows and trustees who make up the Brown Corporation, a lot of whom are hedge fund, Wall Street, money people. Moynihan runs Bank of America. By the way, I think he ought to make himself available.
I do too.
For a news conference.
That's a really good point.
Talk to the media, talk to reporters here, because we have questions for you as the chancellor, not necessarily for Paxton, because our first question is, does she survive? I think that's fair.
I think that's very fair.
You're the chancellor. Come make yourself available for a news conference.
And of course, it's great to see Hugh Clements back. We both have worked a lot with Hugh Clements, and I'm sure he'll talk to us at some point, I would imagine, when he can and he's cleared. But I mean, some of the things he's doing are so basic that they didn't exist. That's where my jaws dropped. I'm like, oh, more cameras. Okay. More blue lights. Okay. And actually everybody has to swap before they go into a building. I just can't believe in this day and age.
Well, look, listen, sometimes the world of academia is different than the other worlds. And I could just tell you that Wendy Schiller put up a spirited defense.
But school
She
shooting.
thinks she survives.
Wow.
And Wendy's on sabbatical now, but go and listen to the podcast. It's on
But the majority of shootings happen at schools, even if it's an elementary, middle, high school. I mean, they're in educational settings.
Alison, let's be real
Wow.
here. The shame of this is that you can't prevent a shooting. And if the guy wants to do damage, there's hundreds of kids walking the streets up there every day. And the green is loaded
but to go into a building where people are, So I spent some time on Block Island over New Year's with 4 Brown alumni. They graduated a long time ago, but they were all horrified. Horrified also by her performance at the press conferences. So let's see what happens with Clements.
Yeah, well, look, Clements comes from Providence. He's called in to triage the place, and apparently it needed a triage because under the old police chief, there were 2 votes of no confidence. Cameras were installed. The guy living in the building, the homeless guy living in the building, the janitor who says, "Oh, I red flagged him," a couple of times. So all of this is a mounting case against keeping Paxson in charge, but she has her defenders.
Yeah,
she has her defenders, and I don't think anything's going to happen fast. But I don't know that she survives this in the end.
We'll see. He was speaking in Portuguese the whole time for whatever reason when he was doing the video. Transcripts are translated in English. They're available for everybody right now at turn10.com. And he states, quote, "I am not going to apologize because during my lifetime, no one sincerely apologized to me." For what? I don't know.
Well, these are grievances, real, imagined, perceived. He's just a guy who's been stewing in his own anger, and
he sounds lonely too, doesn't he? Yes,
for decades, and it built up and it burst out in anger. Yesterday, reported that we don't have the motive, we don't have the specifics, but the stewing anger certainly goes to the motive here.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I feel for those families. And did the last person from the hospital, the last student?
They're all out.
They're all out now. Yes. The last one got out just a few days ago, I think.
Yeah.
So 2 died, 7 survived after being in the hospital for weeks. So our thoughts, of course, are with families too. We're going to switch gears. It's raining out today, but AJ is right behind us. Today marks 30 years since the blizzard of 24 inches of snow. 2 feet.
I covered this.
You sure did. You want to take a peek at what you did? You want to see how you harassed people?
Do you have my old story?
Let's look at it right now. Yeah.
The government forecast against the backdrop of the Point Judith light. The local fishing fleet all accounted for, according to the Coast Guard. And look at the way the wind paints with the snow and ice on those cables up front.
Blizzard conditions are possible.
The plows passing along Point Judith Road, and at the Stop and Shop, some stocking up before closing. Well, you did get some bread, yeah. Mm-hmm. So you feel a little better now that you got your bread here?
Yeah, it should be bad tomorrow.
Let's see what you got here.
Some bulky rolls.
Superior Bakery, Italian Bakery.
Bread, milk, orange juice for 99 cents.
You're helping this guy move in?
Yes.
In the snow here.
Yes, very nice.
Now look at you. Button up, will you?
I'm freezing.
Where's your hat? Where's your scarf?
I don't have one.
Does your mother live in Rhode Island?
Yeah, she's going to be worried about me.
Where does she live?
Coventry.
And a big night at Major Video, too.
Well, sort of when the Star Trek Generations start going out, we know it's been pretty busy.
Further north in North Kingstown, a 4-wheel drive off the road. What happened to this guy? He went in and flipped?
He went over and he rolled on the side. Don't know how it happened. They just called me for it.
And in Wickford, some gassing up and some cutting up. Watch that kid with the snowball.
Okay, so we ran a soundbite though, where you're like pulling bread out of Superior Bakery, out of
reporter involvement.
Yeah, totally.
They think that's
back in 1996. It's called progress reporting.
Yes, video stores. No more video stores. And when we run these pieces from 30 years ago, we always run the risk that somebody who passed away is going to pop up on video.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Shock people. Oh, there's Grandpa.
Your style's still the same, though. Your reporting style, I would say. Very
It's lasted for a while.
It's lasted for a while. Man on the street, we call it, right?
There you go. Right.
Yeah, and then before that, obviously, the blizzard of 78, which at that time, gosh, my parents were living in Buffalo, New York, and my mother was home alone with me, pregnant with my sister, and she used to describe the snow almost up to the, Crazy.
That's the one. I think I remember that one more
Yeah.
than this one. The blizzard of '78, because I was a kid, and New York was paralyzed. New
That's
Jersey
amazing.
paralyzed.
We haven't had anything like that since.
No, thank God.
Thank gosh. I
Thank
know.
God.
So AJ, we'd like to keep it that way, please. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say looking good, at least for this weekend, Gene and Allison.
Okay.
Temperatures going to be climbing in the 50s. We got some time, though, before winter is done. Some of the numbers, very impressive. Actually, the second largest snowstorm we've ever seen 30 years ago with that storm system. We did see the blizzard of 1996. Swath of 20 to 40 inches all the way from eastern Kentucky into parts of Massachusetts. So it's a very, very broad system with a lot of precipitation put down across the majority of the Northeast. 24 inches in Providence, the second largest on record, only trailed behind, as Gene was just saying, the blizzard of 78, which of course we did see close to 29 inches pertaining to that. 18 inches was reported with the blizzard of 96 in Boston alongside Hartford. So less of that snow was observed further off to the north. I actually made this graphic, did some research early this morning. Lots of travel impacts, as we did see with some of that video along the I-95 corridor, and the jackpot, 47 inches down there in Virginia. So really the mid-Atlantic states, New York City, impact a little bit more than even what we saw here locally in southern New England. Now, we did have a winter weather advisory to start off for this morning. Switching gears now to more of your local forecast. That has been allowed to expire, so that's, of course, some good news, but we still do have some lingering freezing rain out there this morning. Now, it's primarily north of the Rhode Island-Massachusetts state line, parts of Bristol County, maybe just north here of 295, and most definitely Franklin out towards the Worcester Hills. That's where we're seeing the potential for some additional ice accretion here within the next, I would say, hour or so as we continue through the middle of the day, temperatures climbing well above freezing, and eventually we'll actually see majority of that ice and snow melt as temperatures continuously warm. So we're 34 right now in Providence, 35 North Kingstown, 36 Charlestown, so not really an issue south and east of 95. But you head out towards the interior, Burrillville currently at 31, Smithfield at 32, North Attleboro, Worcester, flirting with that freezing mark as well. So we are seeing more wintry precip out there as this last kind of band of showers sneaks on through the region. Also been seeing some limited visibility early this morning. Smithfield, Providence, 1 miles, not big issue there, but westerly Block Island alongside Newport, just around 1/4 mile. So it is some fairly dense fog out there. Of course, we want to make sure we are keeping those headlights on even during the daytime here to make sure we are visible out there on the roadways. 11 a.m. this morning, still some wintry mix with the Boston area. We're at 36, 34 in the Providence area, so all just plain rain here locally. As we head for the afternoon, up towards 38, maybe 39 or 40 degrees as the sun tries to peek on out for today. But I think the better chance for that sunshine comes tomorrow afternoon. We're up towards 43 degrees here in the Providence area. Not a bad looking start to Friday, but if you do have those Friday evening dinner plans, I expect to see some more rain working into the region. Both weekend days, temperatures are going to be well into the 40s, even close to 50 degrees for parts of the region. So definitely make the most of some of the warmer stuff. You're looking to take down some of those Christmas lights, looking good for that. But this morning, kind of the big story, some of the slick travel we have seen across the interior. The Worcester Hills, a pretty good glaze of ice up there. Also some dense fog as well.
What did you say? It's going to be 50? When?
So I think mid 40s tomorrow. I think we'll be close to 50 for Friday afternoon. However, a little bit of some rain Friday evening. So got to keep that in mind. The wet weather comes with a little bit of a cost.
They gave us a new floating holiday, didn't they, Allison? Maybe
They did. We
Friday
have to
we
use
take
it
a
by
floating
March
holiday.
26th. So,
You have to use it by March?
yes, I'll find the exact date. March. I live on my notes app on my phone. Yes.
Gene's looking
March
for the 50-degree day to
28th.
use that. So.
March 28th.
That's okay.
Well, don't use it now because it's yucky, huh? I mean, it's warm, but it's wet.
That's true. Yeah.
And you just
right.
got back from vacation.
I know.
Seriously.
You ever go away?
Okay.
AJ, thanks.
Thanks,
Yeah.
AJ.
You ever you go on vacation? Something too much of a good thing.
Yes.
Like, even in Hawaii, 80 and sunny, the beach. I just want to get home sometimes.
Yeah, I get that. I like.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I am kind of a creature of routine. I've started to learn. Like,
Yeah.
I like being busy. I like working. I like time off too. But yeah, so I get that. I do.
Yeah.
Do you like a gadget? I love gadgets.
Oh, I got everything.
Saunas, hot tubs. I love all this stuff. Well, the Consumer Electronics Show, Vegas.
Yep.
Right now, today, artificial intelligence, of course, is driving a lot of this innovation from old school games to a lot of flying vehicles of some sort, air and emotive, showing off two-seat electric powered aircraft. They're saying in 10 years, this is going to be a thing. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Sambo Motors from South Korea developing a 5-seat air taxi.
Flying cars.
Flying cars.
Maybe in our time. You know what that would do? That would eliminate the need for asphalt, wouldn't it? We don't have to fix our roads anymore. We
It would
just
help like
coast above them.
Yeah, we get rid of traffic.
This thing is out.
More blue zones.
Yeah, this thing is out in Vegas. It's called the Consumer Electronics Show. Although now they just want it known as CES. They don't even say.
Yeah,
they just want it CES. Just like AI is artificial intelligence, we all call it AI.
Everything's an acronym.
And AI is dominating everything.
Yeah. Do you use AI right now?
I don't, other than to amuse myself. Like if you're on Twitter, you could use the Grok thing. You could just type a question. But
I've been using it more and more.
Have you used it for practical reasons?
I've been using it more and more in my nonprofit work. Yeah.
I haven't started that yet. No.
I'll write something, throw it in. It'll clean it up, saves me some time. Some graphic design stuff. Playing around with pictures.
How about the memes? I mean, the stuff since Trump went and got Maduro.
Scary, actually.
The videos are like astounding.
Have you seen all the memes coming out with President Trump acting as if he's Maduro?
Yes. Yeah. He's in the White House.
I mean, they're a joke, obviously, but
it's interesting how they make them. They're so realistic.
And fast. Yeah. I know. And like the voice, it's not him, but it is. Yeah. It's the whole thing. Yeah. Here's a quick soundbite from the show.
Huge story. We've got more than 4,000 exhibitors across more than 2.6 million net square feet of exhibit space, and almost every single one of those exhibit feet are occupied with some form of AI.
Well, I mean, who was it?
Hi.
Elon. There we go.
Hi.
Speaking of technology.
Oh, here we go.
Elon Musk says, he says within 10 years, society is going to be changed. Work, like money, as you and I know life today, he says 10 years, it's all going to change.
This is a watershed moment.
Yeah.
It really is. Phones, music, getting rid of DVDs, CDs, video. That kind of took some time, but if you look back, not that long ago were we running into Blockbuster. So this is going to feel like overnight. And this is, I think, going to touch every point of our lives.
Medicine, health,
everything.
What you and I do, they can go back and get me with the mustache and just use me forever and ever.
I know.
Just send the check to Naples, Florida. I'll be fine.
I do think with news, I don't think people are going to trust a fake news anchor. It's kind of, I just don't see people buying into that. I could be wrong, but I just don't think so.
Alison, people, I guess years ago, people might say, I don't think people will be taking money out of a slot in the wall.
Yeah, but that's different.
I don't know if they trust that. Somebody.
This is more about like a moral thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, it's also, big, tall skyscrapers, everything else, but people still want the farm experience. I just read a New York Times story about how wellness trends, obviously, right, have been big for a while, but now all these really like 5+ star hotels are all about farm living. It's like the farm experience. It's like going back to the Main Street experience, like getting away from all of that.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe news will just stay old school.
Italy and France were ahead of the curve on that. Agritourism, right? Oh, come and stay in a real Tuscan villa and pick the grapes with us and we'll make the wine. People pay for that.
Like auberge, all of these. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so did you hear this? The New England Patriots. Okay, so obviously the game is on Sunday.
Yep.
Do or die. Tom Brady era. Back in the Tom Brady era, the Pats hosted a playoff game 17 out of 19 years. Now fans are excited to be on the ground floor. New era, Drake May. Everybody loves Drake May. Mm-hmm. He seems like a good guy. I know this personally because I'm on the board of the Boys and Girls Club of Pawtucket. Out of the blue, he and his wife met up with the kids at Emerald Square Mall in Massachusetts, just took them on the shopping spree and she baked for them. And it wasn't like there were news cameras or anything. They just did it. And then we shared the video. So I think he's here. He's playing well. He may be MVP, and I think he's here.
Well, that's
so
nice.
People are excited.
Yeah, what's the game Sunday against the Chargers? It's on NBC.
8
we'll
p.m.
be carrying it?
We're carrying it. Yep, 8 p.m. So we have a quick soundbite on that, too.
The last couple of years, but this year, Vrabel has been an amazing coach. May, of course, has been a more than excellent quarterback. Because they showed some guys with I Love Drake May shirts yesterday at the Celtics game, and he almost got a standing ovation.
I like his accent.
Did we find the one guy with a foreign accent up there walking around? Trying to place that accent.
What a difference, though, with Vrabel. And I mean, I'm not into sports, like whatever, but this is a good comeback story. This is a good turnaround story, which I'm into.
Yeah, these things transcend sports and become events that even non-sports people follow. Yeah.
So, do you think they're going to the Super Bowl?
Well, they certainly have a shot at it. But,
they have a good shot.
Yeah, a good shot at it.
I
don't know. Yeah.
I don't know either. Bad Bunny's halftime show, right?
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
We'll have to make a controversy out of that. That's right.
Of course, everything.
That's controversy. Everything. Yeah, that'll be a story.
Actually, I wanted to follow up with you. I was mentioning this to Mario today. So now the State of the State address is coming up, and the governor's now allowing everybody in.
Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday. So do you think that's in direct? I mean, he got sued by the ACLU, but whatever.
Well,
all the time. Is it because of the holiday fiasco, not letting people in for the tree lighting, or do you think it's just?
I think they're two separate things. Yeah, because last year they kept the protesters out of the rotunda.
They got sued.
In turn sued. That suit is still ongoing. There hasn't been a resolution. I think the governor just said, just come and scream and yell as much as you want. You know, in Rhode Island, we have a tradition of allowing people to protest and scream and yell in the building.
Yeah.
Other states don't allow that.
Yeah.
Because I've covered state houses in New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. They don't go in. You don't go in and yell. Here in Rhode Island, you go right in the building. So it's a tradition. I guess as long as you don't hear them while he's delivering the speech. But he's not going to make an issue.
Yeah.
Go ahead and come in.
So Joe Sacarchi's on the cover of Rhode Island Monthly right now, too.
Nice picture of him, I have to say.
It is a nice picture.
Nice picture.
He's back in session.
Yep.
Let's see what happens this year, huh?
He's coming on 10 News Conference with me this weekend.
Will you be running for governor of Rhode Island?
I may not even ask that question. I may just hold it up on a piece of paper.
Seriously?
Because we're getting fatigued.
We are.
So at a certain point, we're moving on. He's still the speaker. Yeah. We're going to talk about education and housing and everything else. Yes, we'll ask him. And I hope at least he is a little more creative in answering it.
Yeah.
Because it is getting a little tiring. Is
and
Joe
Monday,
running or not?
Monday, I was by myself and we ran the Maria Bucci because she was in court. Obviously, not guilty. It was interesting, though, that Helena Folks still is kind of sympathetic towards her, but that'll be interesting to see how that plays out, too.
Helena's been kind of quiet the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, listen, maybe, the Browns shooting took everything over and let the people in charge run it. She's been kind of quiet. So
yeah. Well, I'm hoping Hugh Clements will speak to us at some point about.
I'm sure he will.
Just for the time being, and then it'll be interesting to see who they hire. But yeah, and you and I were both gone during all of that coverage. We were both like on a plane and headed out of the country. So
we consumed it like viewers. I was sitting in Hawaii watching the TV in the lobby, and sure enough. And there's everybody, Smiley and McKee and Perez, and they're all there. So something.
Yeah, it was something. All right. Well, Happy New Year.
Yep,
I just saw not a Seinfeld episode. There was a clip from Larry David where he challenges people on, you don't say it after 2 or 3 days. There's no more Happy New Year. But I'm going to say it anyway.
This will be my last one.
Okay, me too. Today is the last day of Happy New Year's. Okay. Fair. We're going to honor Larry David with that.
There you go.
All right, Gene. Well, I'll see you next week.
Ciao for now.
All right. Bye.